until Tuesday. But another good home crowd on this SEC Saturday in Columbia, Missouri. Terry Oglesby, our lead official, tosses it into the air, and we are underway. Mizzou in white, South Carolina in garnet.
Look for Missouri to like to move this basketball around. They like to get weak side cuts to the ball.
Noah Carter along the baseline, trying to muscle his way down low. Has it knocked away. Shot clock at 5. Shot clock at 3. Step back 3 for Carter off the rim. And it's touched last by Mizzou.
Richard, both of these two teams are really good defensively in different ways. Missouri likes to bring some pressure, makes you think, tries to turn you over. South Carolina is really good with their half court and taking away your passing lanes and driving lanes.
Starting 5 today for South Carolina. Talon Cooper at the point with Beachy Johnson, who we talked about. Colin Murray Boyles making his first start of the year. And they get it inside to Murray Boyles for a bucket. South Carolina strikes first.
That young man has made a big difference in the way South Carolina attacks both offensively and defensively.
He's a true freshman from Columbia on the drive. Bates, who's been really good for Mizzou. Colin Murray Boyles, though, was the 2022 4A Player of the Year in South Carolina. Went to Utah and Wasatch Academy for his senior season. Had mono right before the start of the season, so this is just his 10th game of the year and his first start. E.J. Mack with the skip pass. Ball fake, Studi knocks down a 3.
That gives a big sigh of relief for Lamont Paris because they need Studi to knock down those perimeter shots.
Studi had 15 in the SEC opener against South Carolina, but none against Alabama on Tuesday night.
South Carolina really tried to take away your gaps, your driving lane. They hard hedge just like that to deter you from driving the basketball.
Carter, deep 3, straight on, no. And the rebound underneath to Mack. Beachy Johnson hits it to Boyles into the lane. And Mack off the window. A 7-0 start for South Carolina. And Dennis Gates says, we need to talk about this, guys. We'll take a quick timeout. 18 minutes to go. South Carolina blitzing out of the gate.
Murray Boyles, that's what he does. And when I talk about he gives them South Carolina a different look, he can pass the basketball, but also when Mack goes to the perimeter, he can also post up. And so it makes him really effective and team well with Mack. There you see him sharing the ball. There you see him dumping the ball inside to Mack, and he's able to use his body to finish and score.
A little bit of a dangerous pass there. South Carolina gets a fortunate result, but you go down low for a big man that deep in the lane. And
you know, but Richard, I'm telling you, Murray Boyles is a really good passer. I mean, his skill set surprised me because all I heard was how good he was in the summer. Then he got mono. He was out, didn't get a chance to see him. But since he's come back, he's made a huge difference.
He had 17 in the win against Florida A&M. Season high there for the freshman. Missouri missed a couple from deep in this game. 0 of 3 to start. Carter trying to get inside. A lot of contact there, no whistle. And now Nick Honor knocked to the floor by Colin Murray Boyles.
The game inside the game is Missouri likes to use ball screens. They like to use ball screens to get their guards being able to drive and to be able to pop their post. But South Carolina, you see the hard hedge. They're going to hard hedge him. He doesn't have to foul. They've got him outside the scoring area right there.
Jesus Carolero-Martin has checked in. Sean East looking to get Missouri on the board. Zeus keeps it alive. Bates with the left hand gets the roll, and Missouri is on the board.
Bates is a very active player. I'm not sure if he's a 2 or a 3. He's always around the basketball, and he always makes things happen.
Tamar Bates, the transfer from Indiana, averaging 18 a game over the last 5. That foul is on Jesus Carolero-Martin. That's a fun one to say. Zeus is a whole lot easier, though.
And he likes that.
Murray Boyles hands it off. B.J. Mack lets it fly from the wing. It's a big man shooting a 3. Couldn't get it to go. Honor on the baseline. Inside, and Bates goes to the opposite side and gets it off the window. He's got all 4 for the Tigers.
I used to love a player like Bates. You don't have to run a play for him. He still scores just because of his movement and his ability to attack the glass.
Now Studi has it knocked away by Carter.
And this is what I'm talking about. The shot goes up, Bates is just moving. That's not a set play. He just finds a way to integrate himself into the offense and able to score.
14 on the shot clock. Lon Cooper will trigger it in for South Carolina. DJ Mack, one of those impact transfers for the Gamecocks, came in from Wofford. Cooper as well. He was at Minnesota last year after 3 seasons at Morehead State. And it's tipped in. Mack's going to get credit for that. Zeus with a spin move and a floater in the lane.
He is really good one-on-one in isolation. They like to put him in screens, then pop him or roll him so they can get him on some isolation action.
Carolero Martin did not start this game, coming off the bench. He's got a couple of starts this year. Back from the corner, off the mark. Carter with the offside rebound. Averages 6.5 of those per game. Missouri's made its last 3 shots after an 0 for 3 start. This one off the mark. And the rebound of Michi Johnson. Off the front iron for Johnson.
When South Carolina gets in trouble, they get a little too happy with the threes instead of working to try to get the ball inside. When they get threes off the inside, outside, they're much more effective.
Lon Cooper knocks that one away. It'll be Mizzou ball with 17 on the shot clock when we come back. Gamecocks up 3 early. They were shooting around this morning. It's style, personnel, pace, defensive pressure, everything. He said everything's different from a year ago, and it's showing in the win-loss column. Noah Carter working against Zachary Davis, who's come in. Zeus skies in for the board, but South Carolina clears it to Lon Cooper. Haven't really seen it yet, but Lon Cooper's got his hands full with some of Missouri's pressure. They love to get steals. Great vision by Cooper. He's able to find Davis for the easy bucket.
But South Carolina has worked on that. I was about to say they changed their lineup, and with this lineup, look for more back cuts, spacing the floor, and dribble drives and attacking that way.
Carolero Martin with the reverse off the window. He's got 4, which matches what he had against Kentucky on Tuesday night.
Well, Zeus has come in, and he's been extremely active. Again, they use him to pick and pop and isolate, and he's been good one-on-one.
Studi was looking for a back cut there, didn't have it.
Yeah, they're really looking to space the floor right now.
Cooper had it partially blocked by East.
Richard, one of the things that surprised me, East has not looked to dominate this game the way he's capable of.
3 from the corner, tough angle for Tamar Bates.
And some of the transition with Missouri is East, who played with on a great team last year, finding his role.
Turnover there by South Carolina. A miscommunication on the offensive end. Gamecocks up 3. Start from deep for Missouri. 0 of 5. Carter on the cut with the flush.
Again, that's what Missouri likes to do. They like to put you in ball screens. They either slip them, roll, or pop. And Carter that time just rolled to the basket.
Nick Honor with the run-through steal, trying to take it all the way, lays it up and in, and Missouri has its first lead.
The substitution South Carolina went with has not been as effective as the guys that started the basketball game right now.
Jacoby Wright gets it off to Studi. Wright really finished the season strong a year ago. Open three from the wing, won't go for Davis. Back in, and that's in. Thought it was going to be an easy bucket for South Carolina. East may have gotten away with a push, and then a bucket for Miles Stute. Long pass ahead. Mizzou goes right at you, and Noah Carter draws the foul.
Lack of defensive rebounding has been a problem for Mizzou at points and times in games. It certainly raised this ugly head right there. And look for Coach Gates to come in with size to negate the rebounding.
Carolero Martinez had a great start to this game. 4 points, couple of rebounds. He's already got 3 assists in the game. Yet Noah Carter at the free throw line where he shoots 78%. How about that sequence? So frustrating on the defensive rebounding end. Finally a bucket, and then immediately a 75-foot pass, and you're at the free throw line in the blink of an eye.
It does. And you see now South Carolina's going back with a bigger lineup. You know, sometimes as a coach, you want to give guys a blow. You want to get guys in and get them used to the action, and sometimes it works and sometimes it goes against you. I think right there in the last 3-4 minutes has gone against Lamont Paris and the South Carolina team with the substitutions.
So B.J. Mack back into the game. Murray Boyles back in. You had Michi Johnson. Zach Davis stays in the game, and Jacoby Wright.
This Missouri pressure is token pressure. It's just to take some time off the clock and give you something to think about.
They certainly will turn up the volume on that pressure. Jacoby Wright, deep 2. Another offensive rebound, a block by Vanover, who's come in. Connor Vanover, first at Arkansas, then Oral Roberts, now at Mizzou. And a turnover by the Tigers. Michi Johnson. And that's a push-off, offensive foul.
Michi's watching a little bit too much TV. He watched the NBA guy. He took that offhand and just kind of pushed off. We got a heck of a game going here.
13 apiece. South Carolina looking for the transition bucket. Instead, the offensive foul.
In the process of a great recruiting class. So Missouri basketball is healthy.
The 25 wins were 5th most ever by a first-year SEC head coach. The other 4 guys, Tubby Smith, John Calipari, Eddie Sutton, and Trent Johnson. Pretty good company.
That's pretty good company.
Tied at 13, 11.5 to go. Opening half here in Columbia. East is yet to score. Inside 5 on the shot clock, and it's knocked away. So Missouri will have 3.3 to get the shot off.
Anthony Richardson is a young, is a young guard that they really are very, very high on. He hasn't been 100% healthy, but they believe that he has tremendous ball skills and is going to be a very effective player.
East gave it away, got it back, leaning 3 off the iron, no, but Missouri secures the long offensive rebound. That was Anthony Robinson. Teams have combined to go 1 for 10 from behind the arc. Missouri does not have a made 3. And there's a bump by Jacoby Wright, his first foul. Noah Carter back into the game for Missouri.
Richard, I just think East has to get in the scoring column. He does so much for this Missouri team, and he's the leader, and they look to him to do so many things. And right now, he's not really been effective scoring the basketball.
And he has been as of late. 10 straight games, he's had 15 or more. Too strong with the 3 there. And a long rebound to Wright. Another guy that can score. Michi Johnson, though, this time lobs it off, and there on the receiving end is Colin Murray Boyles. Edwards gets to the elbow, lobs it inside. Vanover, you know, he's 7'5". Throw it up to him.
He's really a presence when he's in there, too.
And the crazy thing about Vanover, so many times you'll see him camping out on the perimeter. Take your pick on the foul there. Jacoby Wright is bumped inside.
Yeah. Vanover plays so hard, and he really goes after the rebounds and all. And they look for him on those rolls, and he's got good hands, and his feet are really good. He has really good footwork in the low post.
You got to make these numbers make sense for him. So he's 7'5". He's got 44 shot attempts on the year. 16 of them are three-point attempts. He's only made 2 of those, though. But he's shooting 48% overall. Connor Vanover playing a lot of college basketball. Vanover originally from Little Rock, grad transfer. Alongside Perry Clark, Richard Cross with you from Mizzou Arena. Nick Honor, tough scoop, and he rolls it home.
Honor is very clever with that basketball, and he's another leader for this Missouri team.
Clemson, before transferring here to South Carolina. Murray Boyles left wide alone. That just grazed the front iron. Missouri pushing it with Robinson. And he's called for a push-off. Offensive foul on Anthony Robinson.
With Honor and East, it gives Missouri guys that can penetrate, can finish at the rim, and there you see him driving the basketball. And offensively in a half court, they can be really effective. So, Richard, I don't understand sometimes when they go into scoring droughts because they've got guys that have the ability to score in the half court.
Trying to find some space, dumps it off. B.J. Mack on the cut to the rim. Good movement away from the ball.
Both Cooper and Johnson do a really good job, I think, of feeding the post. You know, they can score, but they do a good job for South Carolina getting the post people involved.
Colin Murray Boyles just said, "What did I do?" So this is what you had a second ago.
There's a great drive right there, dumping it off to the big. But the key to that is when he started to drive, he was not out of control, and he wasn't committed on getting to the rim. He beat his man, and he went to read the defense and then made the right pass.
Murray Boyles goes to the bench with his second foul. We'll see if he stays there or if they bring him back in this first half. South Carolina leading it by 2. Honor slams on the brakes. It's a good thing that it was Vanover over there. Shot clock inside 5. Robinson, 3 on the way, no. Aiden Shaw gets the rebound, dumps it off. Noah Carter strong off the glass.
Shaw, I think, is their best offensive rebounder. He's quite an athlete, and he really does a good job of getting second efforts for this Missouri team.
Meechie Johnson has it back tapped by Robinson. South Carolina saves the possession in the corner. Davis was in the right place. But now a strip and a steal by Carter. Four turnovers by South Carolina. Honor. Johnson stayed with him, but he took an extra step, turned it over with the travel.
There you see offensive rebounding right there. Shaw does a great job of keeping it alive. He gets the ball inside the Carter. They're able to finish. Little plays like that mean a lot, and that's what Shaw brings. Richard, one of the things South Carolina is doing that is really disrupting Missouri is their hard hedging on the ball screens. And Honor and East are not able to turn the corner and attack that rim right now.
Explain that a little more. People all the time hear hedging a ball screen. What does that mean?
That means when the big guy comes out and shows himself to the guard with the basketball so he can't use the screen to drive the lane. And South Carolina's done a really good job of having their big step out and take away driving lanes for the Missouri guards.
Josh Gray is into the game for South Carolina. Also Stephen Clark. First game that Clark has not started this year, comes off the bench, the transfer from the Citadel, and gets a bucket there to put South Carolina back in front. Martin back into the game. Carter straight on three, no. Mizzou 0 for 9 from behind the arc. Steal by Zeus, and Zeus couldn't get it to go. South Carolina comes away with a rebound. Dribbled himself into a little bit of an awkward spot there.
South Carolina likes this spacing so that they can swing the ball and try to get easy shots.
Studi from the corner. Touched last there by South Carolina. Mizzou basketball when we come back. Pretty good for a while now.
They are. And the comeback off of last year and the way she's just got them retooled is special.
John Tonje has come into the game for Missouri, and that's good to get him back on the floor. The grad transfer from Colorado State, been banged up a little bit.
Missouri likes to operate their offense from the top of the key, and that's what South Carolina has done a good job of taking away, either with the balls, with the switches or the hard hedges, and they're forcing them not to be able to operate at the top of the key where they can go either right or left.
Clark does a good job knocking that one away, and South Carolina nearly had the steal. Couldn't grab it though before it hit that sideline.
Look for Missouri to try to attack this a little differently. One of the things that Coach Parrish is really proud of is defensively with this group, both Michi.
Saying that they should not have had a reset from the shot clock because there was not actually a change of possession. But the officials are going to go to the video monitor and review to make sure they've got this right.
It was a deflection, and it really wasn't. But Johnson and Cooper put a lot of pressure on the ball, and they get supported. So what teams wind up doing is try to put them in ball screens. And when the bigs come up and help and support on the ball screens, it really makes it tough the people to be able to get the ball in the paint. And that's one of the reasons South Carolina has had success this year.
So 4.3 on the shot clock. Missouri with the basketball. That ball was knocked away by Stephen Clark, but never had the actual change of possession. So Missouri got to do something in a hurry here. Let's get East going downhill. Off the glass and a bucket. There's Sean East in the scoring column.
That's what he's capable of doing. No matter what type of defense you use, Sean East is capable of getting the ball in the paint.
Scored his 1,000th career point last Saturday against Georgia. Gray gets it out front to Studi. Trying to go no look to Gray in the lane, and a turnover there by South Carolina. That's their 5th. Tonje dumps it off. Carter off the glass. Mizzou back in front.
The difference there is now Mizzou is getting some penetration. But Richard, you see the penetrations coming from the wings, not from up top. There you see Tonje driving the ball and when the help comes over, he's able to find Carter to finish.
So that goes back to the ball screens you were talking about, where they were taking away that area at the top of the key.
Yeah, so you have to wind up going from the wing or try to get the ball on the baseline and do baseline drive to get the ball into the paint.
E.J. Mack. That was a tough entry pass. Studi was able to get it. E.G. Johnson.
Both of these two teams love to play half-court defense now.
Sean East just got into the scoring column. Can Michi Johnson do that? Mack off the mark, gets his own miss. And he muscles it up for two.
Nothing ever happens good for you when you give up offensive rebounds. That's just a basketball fact.
Loose for three. And there's an offensive rebound for Missouri. Let's test your theory. East with the three. East is good, and Coach got it right.
I'm telling you, nothing ever happens good when you give up offensive rebound.
All right, so you talked Sean East into the scoring column. He's made 2 buckets in a row. Michi Johnson, who's 3rd in the SEC with 18 points per game, has yet to score. And still has yet to score. He's so good with the dribble.
Cooper did a great job that time of staying on the floor. He didn't go for East fakes.
Honor on the cut, and he draws the foul. Stephen Clark picks up the foul. We'll have Nick Honor at the free throw line. It took a while, but Sean East got it going the last couple of trips there.
Well, he does what he does very well for this Missouri team. When they need it, he's there for them. We got a heck of a ball game.
0.3 per game, 5th in the SEC. He's got 5, and that's in just the last couple of minutes. Nick Honor at the free throw line. 3:51 until halftime. They are headed for an exciting finish in College Station with a 1-point game between A&M and Kentucky. You're talking about the league this year. South Carolina is one of the teams that's a little bit surprising. Picked last in the league. And Lamont Paris has fully embraced the chip on the shoulder. They don't think we can do it. We're little old South Carolina, not in the top 25 after a 13-1 start. He has fully embraced that role.
I've tried to talk him off of that mountain, and it's been very difficult to do. But he has got that impressed upon his team, and they have responded extremely well.
They're in a fight here in the Battle of Columbias. Columbia, Missouri. The site today at Mizzou Arena with the Tigers up 4. Good for Missouri fans to see Tanjay back on the floor. How about East on the drive, draws the foul. Headed to the free throw line.
But that time, what they're doing with it, they're not trying to set that screen up top because the bigs were doing such a great job of hedging. They're just trying to space the floor and giving driving lanes to East and the Honor because they're not letting the bigs come in to help and check the driving lanes.
Sean East is a 79% free throw shooter, team captain this year for Missouri. Later tonight, it's more college basketball for you right here on the SEC Network and the ESPN app at 6 Eastern. That's right after us. Number 16 Auburn takes on LSU. That one at Neville Arena. Well, you saw again what a home court advantage that is for the Auburn Tigers. They pack that place out.
You know, you talk about Mr. Fish. The Fish, when he used to play, and every time he shot the ball, he used to holler retreat.
He knew it when it left his hand. Let's say maybe Fishback would have liked playing in Neville Arena. A little bit of an upgrade over old Beard Eves. It's a 6-0 run for Missouri, leading it by 6 from the corner. 3 won't go for Michi Johnson, and a whistle underneath on the rebound.
Yeah, they got East on the push. South Carolina right now is they're trying to space the floor. And when they do that, they normally try to dribble, drive, and kick for threes. And they've got their best three-point shooting lineup on the floor right now with Davis and Wright.
It has been a struggle the last couple of games shooting from three for South Carolina. Right bump, but an offensive, not even a rebound, just a loose ball grab. Shot clock did not reset. Mack pauses, a late whistle.
You know, Rich, I don't know.
Contact there.
Yeah. Guys try sometimes to avoid contact. When a guy gets in the air, you really want to go into him and create the contact so you can try to get a three-point play out of it. There you see right there the drive. He's trying to get away from him instead of going into him and then finishing that way at the rim and getting three instead of just trying to get two.
B.J. Mack makes the first free throw. Dennis Gates on that Mizzou sideline talking a little extended conversation there with Vladimir Voyard-Tadal. You don't see a lot of emotion from Dennis Gates. It's kind of his personality, his makeup on the sideline. And I don't mean that in terms of he doesn't care. But he's not one of those coaches that's throwing his arms all over the place.
But he was never that way. He wasn't that way as a player, as he's not that way as a coach, but he gets his points across.
B.J. Mack with 10 points in this first half. Lob pass inside. It was like Vanover wasn't expecting it until very late. That's the fourth turnover by Missouri.
And Dennis is telling him, don't throw in that pass. East was trying to explain why it was there, and coach just said, just don't throw it.
Cooper gets into the lane, just dribbles through the lane. Dumps it off. Josh Gray. Gray off the glass, but can't get it to fall. And Missouri so quickly in transition gets it to the other end. Noah Carter wide open. Tigers cannot get one to fall from deep. Richie Johnson, good ball fake, straight on three, and he's finally in the score column. And that makes it a one-point game.
That's what they're going to have to get from Michi. I mean, the only time when South Carolina has trouble is when their guards don't step up and score the ball for them, and they're not able to knock down their threes.
Bates draws the foul. This was the first make of the game for Michi Johnson.
Yeah, I think you see he's very careful. He pump fakes. Now he has some space. He knocks it down. He's really been working on trying to get other people involved, and probably an adjustment at halftime is for him to be more active and for him to go chase his own shot.
South Carolina 2 of 10 from behind the arc. 1 of 12 for Missouri. That's quick math. A combined 3 of 22.
It's cold outside.
Must be inside too. Couple of makes there for Bates. Got 6 points in this first half. Big screen by Gray on Bates. Johnson floater, rattles it home.
Now that's the Michi Johnson that Lamont Paris likes to see. He's very aggressive right when he gets the basketball and attacks and makes the defense react to him.
Honor tried to force it up. That's a strong rebound by Gray. South Carolina can take the lead this trip. Good baseline cut and a two-handed flush for Talon Cooper. 6 ties, 4 lead changes in this first half.
Cooper and Johnson really played well together at that guard spot, and they've given South Carolina excellent guard play this year.
So Johnson's last 3 possessions, bucket, assist. Bates in the lane. Missouri down 1. Fade away, dead center over Davis.
And Lamont is saying, I counted to 3, to 4, to 5. He's still saying, I'm still counting.
Saw a 3-point-second call for the first time this year, last week in this building. It's the only one I've seen this season.
Oh, Lamont said, you want to borrow my watch?
That bucket for Bates was the 5th lead change of this first half. Aiden Shaw back in. Tanjay goes to the bench. 8 first-half free throws for Missouri, 6 of 8 from the line. South Carolina, 4 of 4 in this first half. Substitutions for both teams all over the place for this last 24.7 seconds. Johnson guarded by Shaw. Picked up by Bates. Baseline jumper, rims out. East with the rebound. Plenty of time. 8 seconds. Sean East. Tough, leaner, can't get it to go. The follow for Shaw won't go. And no shot before the half. And so we go to the locker room with the home team up 1, 33-32. We'll send you to the studio for halftime.
And that's a lot of times offensively when you get out of whack.
First half saw 6 ties and 5 lead changes, and I'm told that Missouri's 8% three-point shooting matches the temperature. Not good.
It's cold outside.
South Carolina. Well, Studi picked up by East in the corner, and then it has it stolen. Knocked out from behind by Carolero Martin.
They put Zeus, they starting Zeus here in the second half. He played so well in the first half.
Honor. Good ball fake, runner from 15 feet, tipped around, and that's Bates that got the bucket.
I tell you, I love that young man because he just is able to manufacture points for you, and they never run a play for him, Richard.
Make it 6 straight games for Tamar Bates in double figures, averaging 18 over the last 5 games. E.J. Mack guarded by East. Three dead center for Talon Cooper.
That's one of the major reasons the improvement of South Carolina is Cooper. His ability not to turn the ball over, step up, make key shots when he's open.
Only 1 turnover in 19 minutes in the first half for Talon Cooper, and against this Missouri defense that loves to attack, loves to get guys in awkward spots, trap from time to time, and knock the ball away from the point guard. Really good.
Without question, that's one of the subtle changes in this South Carolina team from last year to this year.
Cooper was 7th in the country in assists a year ago at Minnesota. Carter got the 3. Did we just see a couple of threes? Both ends of the floor? Wow! Here we go. Kick out from the corner. Zeus with the rebound. H.E. Johnson couldn't get it to fall. Good transition. Nick Honor. Fool's goal.
I tell you, Johnson is penetrating. He's being much more aggressive in attacking.
No, I mean, they teased us. We had a made 3, we had a made 3. All right, here we go. And then we get misses on both ends.
It'll start to flow again. You know, but the difference was how and where they were getting their threes from when they were knocking them down were different than what it was at the beginning.
3 fouls now on Carolero Martin. Defensive rebound. Sean East pushing the issue, got an angle, couldn't get it to go off the glass. E.J. Mack rips it away in traffic. Patient, drew the foul.
See, I think that's where he works the best, is in that low post. Now, I don't think he has to start there with the low post, but he's so physical. He knows how to play angles. He uses his body. He gets you up in the air, and then he leans on you, and he can get to the foul line, which creates a whole different a problem for the opponent.
He's a load, 6'8", 260, the grad transfer from Wofford. And he makes the first free throw. We have gymnastics. It's a triple header for you Friday night on the SEC Network and the ESPN app. Number 2 Florida and number 17 Auburn get started at 6 Eastern. Then it's 8th ranked Alabama hosting number 15 Arkansas. And then we'll wrap up the night with number 9 Kentucky and number 3 LSU. It's Friday Night Heights on the SEC Network. Carter. Vanover from the corner. Got the three.
Go ahead, big man. He likes the air out there.
A pretty smooth shot from a guy at 7'5".
And that was a set play.
Studi looking for the answer, and he's fouled on the shots. Bates knew he messed up.
Watch this. They get Carter inside. They double down. They space the floor. He knocks down the three. The big guy got his feet set, and he looked very comfortable out there.
Miles Studi with the first half three. Moved to 200 career three-point makes. He spent 3 seasons at Vanderbilt, transfers in this year to South Carolina.
I think this young man's going to be very important for South Carolina's run in the SEC because he's a veteran. His ability to knock down shots and to be a shot maker is going to be critical because I think at the end of the day, Mac's going to hold down the inside. You got your guards that can drive the ball, but you need a guy that can make open looks. And if Studi can do that, that'll be a big way forward for South Carolina to climb into the race in the SEC.
Studi opened SEC play last Saturday and the win against Mississippi State with 15 points. He was held scoreless in 29 minutes, though, on Tuesday night against Alabama. Got 7 today. Off the screen from Vanover. Nothing there. Now Carter working downhill. Off the glass, got the bucket.
The thing that impressed me with Carter is his patience offensively. He knows where he wants to get to. He doesn't rush himself, and he really uses the offense and the other players to set himself up.
Carter's got 12 today, averaging just shy of 15 over the last 3 games. Johnson had it back tap. That's a turnover.
You can't get that deep. You got to know what you're going to do before you get in the paint that deep.
Bates gave the ball fake, gets the drive, overshot everything. That's defended pretty well by Colin Murray-Boyles. Now Wright. Quick three won't go, and Carter, it's East that ends up with the rebound. An illegal screen. Sean East the second called for the foul, trying to set that screen to open up Noah Carter. He opened him up, but it was moving. When you're looking at quad 1 wins, talking about top 75 teams in the net for it to count as a quad 1 win when you do it on the road. Missouri leading by 4 at home. H.E. Johnson picked up by Robinson, came around a screen, but it was an illegal screen from Josh Gray.
Richard, I don't know why big guys consistently try to do that. It's not the post guy's job to screen the guy. It is the guard's job to bring the guy to the bigs, and bigs constantly getting called for moving screen, trying to clip a guy or get a guard open. You see, Missouri's trying to space the floor a little bit more than what they did earlier and work from the side and the wings as opposed to up top in the high post.
Carter has to force it with the shot clock winding down. Zachary Davis with the rebound. South Carolina over 4.5 minutes now without a made basket. Lon Cooper from the elbow trying to change that, but he does not. Offensive rebound, kick out. Jacoby Wright, three, yes!
With this lineup that South Carolina has in right now, look for them to spread the floor, chase the threes a little bit more.
Smooth stroke from Sean East on the baseline.
He's amazing the way he shoots the ball off balance. He does that. He used the glass extremely well. He's just a very difficult one-on-one player to guard.
But isn't the key for him that he still gets, even if he's off balance or it looks like it, he's still square to the basket?
Well, he keeps his head up all the time, and he keeps, and so the ball's in a position to where he has good arc on it and good rotation.
To your point, head up, looking down the floor the whole way, kept it himself and couldn't convert. Wright kicks it out. Johnson into the corner now to Wright. Pretty good recovery defense there by Mizzou.
This Missouri team plays really good defense. They try to take away passing lanes.
Cooper was trying to kick it out to the wing, but he threw it between two South Carolina players. Neither was on the wing. 10th turnover by the Gamecocks.
Both of these coaches have the type of personalities and demeanors on the sideline that's encouraging to their players. You don't ever see them get excited, yelling or screaming at them. You see them always clapping and looking for the next play and talking and whispering encouragement to their team. And I think that's why both of these programs are in really good hands.
Lamont Paris spent 5 seasons at Chattanooga before getting the South Carolina job. East finds Honor, and his feet go out from under it. Fortunate not to travel there. No look into the corner to East. Shot clock at 5. Open three. Robinson got it to go. Anthony Robinson.
I'm telling you, they're really high on this young man.
Missed the Kentucky game, had a virus. But he is back today, and that's a big shot for Robinson, and Missouri leads by 6. B.J. Mack with the answer on the offensive end.
Murray Boyle, by his ability to play in that low post, allows Mack to step out and take those three-point shots.
15 points now for B.J. Mack. Carolero Martin forces it up and draws the foul. And that will take us to an official's timeout. 11:36 to go. Team's heating up from the outside a little bit.
They see a good kick right there and trying to knock it down. That three goes, and then South Carolina comes right back with Mack with another three. Guards, leading scorers are the big guys. And that's because I think of the transition and both big guys, their ability to step away from the basket and knock down some threes.
Jesus Carolero Martin at the free throw line makes the first. He has played well today. 5 points, but he's also got 4 rebounds and 3 assists in 15 minutes.
And the thing that's made him so difficult to guard, I think, for South Carolina is his ability to play one-on-one basketball.
He's averaging 10.5 minutes a game. He's already played 15 today. and just a hair under 2 points per game. A nice afternoon for Zeus.
See the way Missouri really extends you with their pressure. They try to make your entry passes longer than what they normally are.
Nice, strong move by Colin Murray Boyles. No hesitation there.
No, Murray Boyles is really fundamentally sound. He has good low post moves. He passes the ball extremely well. And again, that gives them the ability to move around some of the other players, especially Mack.
And Robinson gives it out. 5 on the shot clock. Gets it off to East, and he traveled. Kind of bobbling the ball, never completely lost possession, got in the air, and then came back down.
But South Carolina, their individual defense is pretty good, especially in the guard play. Michi's a really good defender, and when they bring Davis in, number 12, he does a really good job on the wing defending the basketball also.
Mack short on the 3, but an offensive board. Michi Johnson. And a turnover by South Carolina. That's their 11th. Robinson bumped on the shot. 10:04 to play. It's a 3-point lead for Missouri. Anthony Robinson headed to the free throw line.
And again, the spacing, what Missouri is going to now is more spacing, you see, Richard, than coming up and trying to set ball screens. Because that really was not effective for them early in the game. So by spacing the floor, now they're looking for their guys to look to dribble, drive, and attack the basket more that way.
The nation's #1 women's basketball team highlights the SEC Network schedule. Monday night is top-ranked South Carolina hosts Asia Petty in Kentucky from Colonial Life Arena in Columbia. Coverage starts 7 Eastern. It's Monday night. SEC Network and the ESPN app.
Richard, can you imagine being #1 all last year, not winning it, and then come right back and being #1 this year? That's the Dawn Staley, what she's done with that women's program.
We've seen 3 or 4 teams that have kind of been the standard in women's basketball, and certainly South Carolina is that right now. Tennessee was it for a while, UConn, Baylor, LSU. 3 on the way and won't go. All right, this is the South Carolina women's team. They're outscoring their opponents by 37. 9 blocks a game.
I mean, they're just a juggernaut. But to have the disappointment of last year, not lose a beat, and still come right back and have this type of numbers, that's amazing.
3 fouls now on Sean East. Stays in the game with 9.5 to play. Missouri with a 3-point lead, and Cooper lost the handle. He touched it last, and so another turnover, the 12th by the Gamecocks.
This Missouri defense has been relentless with this ability to extend South Carolina's passing lanes, to stay active, and then rim protect on the drives.
Richard Cross, Perry Clark with you from Columbia, Missouri. With Kentucky going down today on the road against Texas A&M, you have had 5 of the top 6 this week who have lost on the road in what I think has been the longest sports week in the history of the world. You remember, it was Monday night of this week that we crowned a football national champion. Some guy named Nick Saban retired.
It's been a lot of activity.
Tons of basketball action. Noah Carter getting in on that action, or staying in on it. He's got 14 points. And oh, by the way, we got NFL playoff games that are going on too.
Well, college athletics is changing its face so much. A lot with the transfer portal, a lot with guys being able to play right away. And so it's putting a lot of pressure on, but certainly there's been a lot of activity. and it's created more balance, I think.
Kobe Wright.
He's really good with the drives. And again, his ability to isolate and go one-on-one.
Carter. Job down low that time by Colin Murray Boyles. South Carolina could tie it here with a made three.
You see both teams, it's been a credit to both teams' defense that offensively they've changed the way that they're attacking. Both teams, they're not trying to run sets right now. They're just trying to space the floor, trying to get some drives and kicking to open shots.
East gets it out to Aiden Shaw on a timeout taken by Missouri. Some discipline on the defensive end for South Carolina, but East does such a good job starting one way, then coming back the other way with the dribble. Forces Missouri.
You know, but Richard, it's not been bad offense. I think the defense has been good. I think the individual defense has been good because you haven't seen a whole lot of blow-by, and that's why guys are being stymied a little bit from being able to get to the rim because defensively guys are moving their feet and staying in front of them.
South Carolina, the #2 scoring defense in the SEC. Stephen Clark has come back into the game. Carter, shot clock winding down, and he gets the roll. 16 now for Noah Carter. Missouri's biggest lead in the game is 6. They've done that a couple of times. They lead it by 5 with almost 7 minutes remaining. Missouri looking for its first SEC win. Miles Stute had the open 3, and he rattles it home.
And that's why I said earlier he's so important to South Carolina because they need his ability to stretch the defense with the three-pointer.
11th game for Stute with double figures scoring. Offensive rebound there for Aiden Shaw. Shaw had a career-high 14 last week against Georgia. East, left hand in the lane, gets it to fall.
He can make tough, East can make tough shots. His ability to handle the basketball, right hand, left hand going right, left, it doesn't matter.
After a quiet start in this game for Sean East, he's now in double figures with 11 points. Ron Cooper, 3, no. Clark with the offside rebound. Mack thought about a 3. It was like rumbling, stumbling down the lane, and he drew the foul. We got a timeout. We got free throws for B.J. Mack when we come back. How about the magician, Sean East? Oh, it's so pretty. Floor, throw out some T-shirts, hang out in the skybox. Not so bad.
That's not bad.
B.J. Mack trying to cut into a 4-point deficit at the free throw line. I'm impressed with B.J. Mack today. 16 points, 4 rebounds, couple of assists.
You know, but he brings his hard hat every game. I mean, he's consistent in his effort, both offensively and defensively.
Leads all scorers in the game with 17 today. What a game this has been. 2-point game with 6 minutes to play. 56-54. Missouri looking for their first SEC win. Sean East. Doubled in the post. And Stute runs it down. It's a smart decision, I think, to wait on some help. Cooper for 3. Offensive rebound for Stute, but then it's ripped away.
Again, you see Missouri spacing the floor, trying to get Honor and East to be able to penetrate.
Oh, what a play by Tamar Bates! Honor kept it alive. He avoided the turnover, somehow got it to Bates, who delivered with the reverse.
And again, I keep telling you, they don't run plays for Bates. He just finds ways to be around the basketball, about an offensive rebound, kick and drive. This young man really does a great knack of scoring.
Are we going no possession of the ball for honor? Because I'm not sure otherwise how that's not a travel.
No possession.
Too pretty of a play to blow a whistle, I guess. South Carolina fans might disagree. 12 for Bates in the game. H.E. Johnson just couldn't hold on. Let his feet go out from under him there. Tanjay has come back in for Missouri. Missouri's made 5 of its last 7. Tanjay picked up by Studi. Fade away. Too strong. Studi for 3. And a foul on Bates.
Clark does a good job offensive rebounding. That's what he's done most of the season. He's done a lot of the heavy lifting on the rebounding end and also defensively.
Clark had started every game this season for South Carolina. Came off the bench today. They went with Colin Murray-Boyles.
Well, I think they expected Colin Murray-Boyles to start from the summer. He played so well, then he got sick. Clark stepped up, did a good job. They were winning. So as most coaches do, they say they're not going to tinker with anything because we've been winning. And after the Alabama game, it gave them a chance to get Colin Murray-Boyles back in the starting lineup.
Stephen Clark spent 4 years at the Citadel, played in 109 games with 88 starts. Has a mechanical engineering degree already. Second free throw for Clark already coming up now.
And that's one thing that Lamont Parrish wanted out of the portal, the guys that had multiple skills, that were fundamentally sound, that had skill sets where they could pass, catch, and shoot.
And they're more mature.
Without question.
Carter, 3 on the way, spun it out.
But the type of offense that Parrish likes to run, he likes skilled guys.
4 minutes remaining in this game. It's a 3-point game and a turnover by South Carolina. Over and back. Takes us to our final timeout. Mizzou trying to get win number 1 in the SEC. They lead it by 3. Conference win, and was Texas A&M getting it done at home against Kentucky in overtime. Missouri trying to be the second.
Can you imagine Texas A&M get the first win, in the league? They came in and people thought that they had a chance to certainly go back to the tournament and maybe be one of the top 2 or 3 teams in the league. That's just how balanced this league is.
Carter with the 3 and the shot clock winding down. Offside rebound to Jacoby Wright. Joe Lunardi does still have Texas A&M in the field. We're projecting the field as everybody's playing their 3rd game, and we've been doing it for 6 weeks. Love Joey brackets. Delon Cooper. South Carolina 3 minutes without a field goal. Cooper spins. No foul there. Shot clock did not reset. Down to 3. Tough shot by Studi, and East with the rebound.
Not enough movement by South Carolina. That's not the way that team plays. They move the basketball, they move people, they move the ball, they get you in rotations, they drive your closeouts, and that's not the way they're playing offensively right now.
7th rebound of the game for Sean East. Shot clock at 5. East on the drive. Trying to find some space, somehow gets it off with the left hand. It's saved back in, and this time East with the score. Carolero Martin, he might be the MVP for Mizzou today.
His energy and doing all the little things has been a huge difference in this basketball game.
And for the first time today, Mizzou Arena on its feet.
Missouri is trying to deny all reversals. They're containing the basketball, and it's because of that South Carolina is doing more standing than cutting.
Oh, B.J. Mack with a big basket. Makes it a 3-point game, and Lamont Paris takes a timeout. Minute 57 to play. What a big bucket for B.J. Mack, who's now got 19 points.
Richard, I'm telling you, Mack is more skilled than people really realize. He uses his body. He can put the ball on the floor. But see the way he protects it? He's nice and low, and then he keeps his head up and able to finish in traffic.
Look at this. This was Zeus doing his thing.
Great effort, and everybody stopped playing. That will be studied in film session.
Sean East was hunting this guy down. You get a high five after that one. He got it to him. Richard Cross, Perry Clark with you from Mizzou Arena. What a game this has been. It's been tight the entire way. We saw all the lead changes. Missouri has maintained a lead in the second half, but it's been 5 points.
Well, defensively, it's been really a tough basketball game, and both teams have taken the other team out of what they like to do. We saw that to shoot around. They knew exactly what was coming. Now it's become individual play. Guys have to step up and really do a good job because the team stuff that you wanted to run and the concepts are not working. So now it just comes down to individual accomplishments.
One number that stands out today, South Carolina has turned it over 15 times. You see, there's your bracketology with Joe Lenardi saying South Carolina part of the last 4 in. Season high in turnovers for the Gamecocks is 17, so a little uncharacteristic. Going back to Jesus Carolero Martin, listen to this stat: 6 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists in 20 minutes of action.
And that's what I'm saying, individual company. Zeus has come in and individually played extremely well.
South Carolina looking for a stop. Got Gray in the game. Good defensive presence. He altered the shot. It was touched last, though, by South Carolina.
You have to credit both defenses from being in the recognition on the scouting reports of what both teams are trying to do, because they're really taking away a lot of the things both teams are trying to do.
Tanjay, now Sean East. 5 on the shot clock. East, one-on-one with Talon Cooper. Rebound. Goes to Murray Boyles. That was defended well by South Carolina. You've been talking about the defense. Gamecocks down 3. They can tie with a made 3. 75 seconds to play. Jacoby Wright.
There's just no place to go.
Tough shot for Wright.
There was just no place to go. There
and
was
a
no
foul
gap.
on Missouri on the rebound. Listen to this crowd. Terry Oglesby says Noah Carter came in with a push from behind. I think he got that right. Good call. That's the second on Carter, but it means free throws.
And Honor was working his butt off trying to block Gray out.
As it stands right now, we've got Josh Gray headed to the free throw line. But taking a look just to be sure. Making sure there's not a flagrant on this play.
I didn't think it was flagrant. I mean, desperately trying to get to the basket. Missouri did a great job of staying in front. You see Honor's blocking out. And I think what normally happens, Carter's just trying to figure out how to get around to get to the ball.
This really shouldn't take long.
Nah.
That's conference play. It's physical.
Yeah. And poor Honors took the worst of the, he took the brunt of the contact.
All good.
All good.
Common foul. Play on.
This guy's working.
All right, so Josh Gray at the free throw line. And if Missouri could pick a guy to shoot free throws for South Carolina, this would be it. On the year, Gray 7 of 16. That's 44%.
Now, Zeus came in the game earlier as the 4-man. Now, with this lineup, he's playing the 3. That's how well he's played, especially off the dribble. That's one of the adjustments Missouri has made. And they put Shaw back in at 4 for rebounding.
Gray gets the first one to go.
And a foul was called. No, he's taking.
Well, I think the whistle. So you had Murray Boyles come crashing in, and he slapped the backboard, and it caused it to shake, but it was after the ball had gone through the net. Watch 30 on the right side of the lane.
Yeah, but he called a foul. He put his fist up for a foul.
Now, I think they said nothing there.
Yeah, because he made the shot. And what Lamont is saying, a foul's a foul. You can count the basket and then let us shoot those fouls.
Both free throws, dead center. Well, got a roll, and then dead center from Gray, who was shooting 44%. Makes it a one-point game with 1 minute to play.
Look for East to try to create. He and Carter together trying to create something.
He's guarded by Cooper. Now a switch. And a whistle. East headed to the free throw line, and that's exactly the guy that Missouri would want at the stripe.
There was no way that anybody besides East would have the ball in their hands. Either he's going to score it or set somebody up.
He gave it away, but only for the purpose of getting it right back. Sean East, 13 points. And he makes the first. Scored his 1,000th career point last week against Georgia. Captain on this basketball team, 5th in the SEC in scoring.
But we're still in a possession game. Even if he makes this shot, we're still in a possession game.
If this goes in, it'll be 11 straight games with 15 or more points for Sean East. It does. He's got 15 points and 7 rebounds. Back to a 3-point game.
And Michi Johnson is not on the floor right now.
Three on the way. Good! Talon Cooper buries the triple, and we're tied at 62.
He is a tough shot taker.
No timeout taken. Now it is. Nick Honor dribbles to the corner, gets the timeout. 19 seconds remaining, and we are tied here in Columbia, Missouri.
I think the most interesting thing right there you see the action, and Cooper does a great job. He sets a back screen, pops, he's wide open for the 3, knocks it down. But Michi Johnson, after he had that last play with the turnover, that they've done a good, that they took him out to settle the offense down, and they let somebody else run the point and trying to get the ball to Mack or go through one of the other players.
Talon Cooper, grad transfer. Last year at Missouri, led the country in his, or excuse me, he was 7th in the country in assists. A mature presence who's been in big moments. He's got 8 points today, but that's a massive shot.
Without question, he has been one of the major differences in South Carolina's rise. His ability to defend and to make big shots and not turn the ball over. And none was more important than that one this year.
All right, let me ask you a dumb question. You ready for a dumb question?
All right.
Who's going to take this for Missouri?
It's going to be in East's hands, and he'll decide whether or not he's going to shoot it or pass it. But it's going to be in East's hands.
Sean East has been so steady for this Missouri team. He's got 15 points today, and it was after a really slow start in this ball game.
I look for Cooper to be on East. There you see him driving the basketball, does what he does extremely well. But I look for Cooper to be matched up with him as much as possible. He's South Carolina's best guard defender.
19 seconds on the clock. Shot clock is off. Both teams timeout if they want them. Mizzou's got 1 left. South Carolina's got 2 left. Possession arrow favors Missouri. Everybody on their feet inside Mizzou Arena.
And Davis has come in to play Zeus. He's South Carolina's best wing defender.
Ball comes into Bates. Now East. They'll keep an eye on that clock. Guarded by Cooper. It's at 7, and he's bumped at half court. That's the 6th foul on South Carolina. What a smart foul by Talon Cooper.
That was very strategic to let it run down. Now East will just go.
John East gets to the baseline, lost the handle, fade away at the buzzer, no! And we're headed to overtime. Had a little bit of a bobble, was able to gather it.
Cooper just does a great job on the ball. I've been telling you, Richard, all day, these guys defensively, look, he moves his feet, keeps his hands down, challenge the shot, but a fadeaway jump shot like that, it creates overtime.
And we'll do that when we come back. 62 apiece, put 5 more on the board. Martine and Carter. Carter and Murray Boyles will jump at 5 minutes on the clock. Missouri gets the first possession in overtime.
Missouri is long left trying to set up those high ball screens at the top of the key. That just does not work for them today.
Honor on the downhill drive, a lot of contact, no whistle, and who touched it last? South Carolina secures it. We've already had an SEC game go to overtime today. It was Texas A&M, a home team looking for its first conference win. They did it against number 6 Kentucky. Can Missouri get that first SEC win at home here in overtime? Murray Boyles, too strong. Shot clock did not reset. Jacoby Wright can't get the 3 to go. And how about another rebound for Sean East? That's his 8th. East bumped by Stute.
See, Stute doesn't need to do that. He just needs to put his arms out, move his feet, and play good defense, and make East have to shoot over top of him. Reaching in, he's never going to steal the ball from Sean East.
Both teams now in the bonus. That was the 7th team foul on South Carolina. So East is headed to the free throw line. Free throws very even today. South Carolina 13 of 15, Missouri 10 of 14.
It's been a clean game. I mean, both teams have played really hard defense.
Oh, it rolls off. All just hanging, leaving the Missouri fans in agony, waiting to see which way it would fall. E.J. Mack raises the front iron with the 3. Carter with the rebound, and he's shoved
by Davis. That's a tough shot. Sitting on the bench, coming in, one trip down, one pass, you try to take a 3. There's no question he was open on that. And it's a shot he normally can make, but that's tough when you've been sitting for a minute.
Got kind of a hip check there. And so Noah Carter.
Well, he's played well today.
Really has. 16 points on 7 of 17 shooting. And he missed the front end of the 1-and-1. How about that? Back-to-back trips where Missouri misses the front of the 1-and-1. Jacoby Wright. Zeus got the block, but contact down low on the body.
That's something Jacoby does a really good job coming off a ball screen of putting his body on the defender. Watch this. See, he goes into the defender with his body and creates the contact.
Carolero Martin with his 4th foul. Jacoby Wright makes the first from the free throw line.
I don't know if that was worth anything, but they say when you go into overtime, the team that scores first normally has the advantage.
All right, well, it took us a minute and a half for either team to score in overtime.
That's one of those coaches' laws.
Well, you were right on one of those already. You had the offensive rebound nailed. We'll see how it turns out. Bates, guarded by Davis. Just decides to work it down the lane. Got it up off the glass, but couldn't get it to fall.
Davis is a really good defender. He uses his length and athleticism to stay between the offensive guy and the basket all the time.
Wright trying to get it to Studi on a back cut, but a steal by Carolero Martin. East gives it to it. Zeus started to pull the trigger, couldn't make himself do it. Sean East pulls the trigger, too strong. Studi with the rebound. Gamecocks basketball in a 2-point lead.
The last thing that Lamont Paris wants to see is a turnover right now.
Cooper stops, starts, and one. And that is foul number 5 on Jesus Carolero Martin.
Cooper makes tough shots. He has all year. He goes into traffic right there. He puts his body on him, keeps his head up, kisses it off the glass. He's done that all year for South Carolina. Richard, if you want to know how you improve from one season to the next, improve your guard play. Okay. Don't turn it over. Get guards that get you high percentage shots and can guard. And that's what Cooper has done for South Carolina.
Talon Cooper, 3 years at Morehead State. Last year at Minnesota, averaged just shy of 10 a game with 4 rebounds. He has played a lot of basketball. Jesus Carolero Martin played really well today for Missouri. Free throw good. Talon Cooper finishes off the 3-point play. South Carolina never had a lead in the second half. They lead it now by 5 here in overtime. Missouri looking for a bucket. Noah Carter on the drive. Carter off the glass.
He has played so well. He is not giving them a low post game, but yet he's giving them scoring in the paint.
18 now for Noah Carter. 67-64, South Carolina in front. Mack working against Carter. Little one-on-one, B.J. Mack off the glass.
He's too big and too strong. He knows how to play angles. He can handle the basketball well enough to dribble to his spots.
The Wofford transfer has 21. Whistle and a timeout taken by Missouri.
Yeah, one of the problems Missouri has had in scoring is they don't have a dominant low post player. And so things have been tough. And the guy that has really done the best job is Carter. His ability to drive the basketball, get in the paint, and create some easy opportunities there. But South Carolina has B.J. Mack, and he's a legitimate low post player. And he puts his body on people and punishes people in the paint area.
Let's go to the studio, check in with Peter Burns.
Thank you, boys. We're just a couple of minutes until Janai Broome, 6 doubles-doubles so far on the season. We got an opportunity to hopefully talk to Coach Bruce Pearl, get him fired up for that one. On the other side, LSU's fired up because Jalen Cook is back. 28 points against the Doors. What will he do? You'll see. 21 minutes till 10.
All right, Peter, thanks a lot. 1:27 left in this first overtime period. South Carolina leading by 5 over Missouri. Go back to that last bucket for Mack for South Carolina. It had a little bit of an NBA look to it. Not so much of the play, but it was a clear out.
It was an ISO. It was an ISO.
For a one-on-one, and you don't see it a ton.
No, but the only way you can do that is his ability to dribble the basketball. And he dribbles it where he can protect it so you can't come and double him because he can pass it and he keeps his head up. So when he gets close enough to the basket, he recognizes where he is and can finish it with a score.
South Carolina has outscored Missouri 7-2 so far in the overtime period. 1:27 remaining. It's a 5-point game. Hanover off the inbound. Honor, deep three, no. And a whistle underneath. That's a foul on South Carolina. And a great job of getting in position there by Noah Carter.
It wasn't. And again, Carter has been the closest thing to a low post threat for Missouri today. He's been physical. He goes after the rebound. And Jacoby winds up pushing him. And I don't even think he really needed to push him because it looked like the rebound was going over his head anyway. But it puts Carter to the line.
Kobe Wright, third foul. Noah Carter, free throws coming here. Carter with 18 points today. And he gets the first one to go. Noah Carter had 20 against Kentucky on Tuesday night. That was a season high. He's got 20 hanging in the balance here with this next free throw.
He's really a smart player, Carter is, and he knows how to play angles, and he's a good shooter.
Sean East looking for a run-through steal. Just a beat late there. 70 seconds remain in overtime. South Carolina leads it by 3. Honor guarding Cooper. Max set up for the screen. There's a switch. Now it's Aiden Shaw guarding Cooper with 5 on the shot clock. Cooper down the lane, and he overshot it. Touched last by the Gamecocks. Missouri ball.
Great defensive effort that time by Mizzou.
Just right off the fingertip of Miles Studi there.
Did it come off anybody's leg? As the referees,
or possibly the elbow there of Aiden Shaw. They're going to take a look to be sure.
Okay, thank you.
Owen Short walked over, so they were going to confirm the out-of-bounds play and make sure that the clock is correct. So it's clearly on the hands of Studi there. Does it hit Aiden Shaw on the way down? I mean, you certainly can't tell from that angle. And then does Studi get one? There's that one last fingertip on it. So they got it right there. Touch last by Studi, and then they'll make sure that the clock is right inside a minute to play.
Yeah, it almost looked like Studi was there. All you had to do was try to rebound instead of trying to score with it and bring it back out and burn some more clock. But it was a really good effort.
Missouri trails by 3. Certainly don't have to go for a 3 on this trip down. 4 of 20 today from distance.
What an important teaching point, and when would it be for South Carolina with Michi Johnson not playing in the overtime and not playing in the last 5 minutes? And he's been your leading player and a guy that has meant so much. But Lamont sending a message to his team.
But you know what else? Right over there in the middle of that huddle of South Carolina, you got Michi Johnson standing there talking to his teammates.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing, but sometimes the coach is just sending that message.
All right, so they got the call confirmed, and they put 53.4. So they added 0.6. I think it was at 52.8. Here we go. Missouri able to keep a timeout in their pocket also after that because of the review. Carter guarded by Stute. Has it knocked away. Can feel some nervous energy inside Mizzou Arena. You looking for a 3 or are you playing for a 2 here?
Best shot I can take. I'll take a 2. But I need a basket. I need at least 2 points.
How about a 3 from Carter?
Has he stepped up or has he stepped up?
69 apiece.
Look, South Carolina's just going to go for a spread. They're going to look to just dribble drive.
Jacoby Wright gets a screen. Right to the baseline. Shot fake. Shot up. Good. Big time shot. Ice water in the veins for Jacoby Wright. 2-point lead for South Carolina. Honor. Timeout with 6.8 to play.
That's what Kobe Wright does well. He's good one-on-one player. He's not a great three-point shooter, Richard, but he is a great mid-range shooter, and he was able to have patience, and he didn't settle for the 3 right there. He didn't settle for it. Got inside, got a good mid-range shot, knocked it down.
Had a 7'5" guy coming at him. Got it off in time. 11 points today for Jacoby Wright. 4 Gamecocks in double figures, led by B.J. Max, 21. Mizzou's got 3 in double figures. Noah Carter leading the way with 23 points. What a big 3 from Noah Carter to tie this game just a moment ago.
Without question, and you know, you got to close out quicker. You got to make him put the ball on the floor. And he was out here early today at shoot around. He was the first guy out here in shoot around. And guys don't believe putting in that little extra time doesn't matter. He was out here with one of the coaches, C.Y. Young, just getting shots up and comes trying to hit the biggest 3.
Back-to-back games for Noah Carter, in which he has scored a season high. 20 against Kentucky, 23 today. Do they go to Carter? Do they go to East? Do they play for 2?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. East is taking the ball out, so look for him to get it in and try to get it right back.
6.8 to play. South Carolina leads by 2. Carter, ball in his hands. Contested 3 for the win. No, got it back. Bates before the buzzer. It's short. South Carolina escapes with an overtime road win in Columbia, Missouri. They're now 2-1 in the league, and Missouri still in search of that first conference win.
It's a tough